Hi guys, welcome to this week of eating. It is 8 a.m. on a Monday, hence this. But that also means the first thing that I'm having is coffee. I love it so much. So I usually make an espresso, like pods. I usually make like I'll do the lungo size, which is like the largest size, and I'll do 2 of those. And then I just do like a splash of oat milk creamer in there. Sometimes I'll put stevia. Sometimes I just do like the oat milk creamer. Just depends on the day. And honestly, I will drink like 3 coffees a day usually, sometimes 4. My caffeine tolerance is so high at this point that I could drink it right before bed and fall asleep. So I'm not gonna film every single coffee that I have because I feel like suddenly this would just be 30 minutes of you watching me drink coffee. But that being said, I'm gonna drink this. I am really not hungry this morning. I had kind of a big day of eats yesterday, which is totally fine. I feel like when you eat intuitively, some days you eat more, and then the day after, for me, I don't really wake up as hungry. So I'm just gonna listen to my body and eat when I get hungry, which also should just be like a general disclaimer for this video. I'm an intuitive eater. I do have a past history of eating disorders, which is partially and largely why I eat the way that I eat now, so that I can not be triggered around food. And then also, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist. I don't have any like dietary credentials in any way. So what I eat works for me. I'm not by any means telling you that this is how you should eat. It's definitely just like inspiration if you want to take inspiration for your next meal. But that's it. And I hope you guys are having a great day, whatever day it is for you. I'm gonna just IV this straight into my bloodstream at this point because I'm so tired. But I'll check in with you guys when I make my first meal. Hi guys. Oh my gosh, my lips are blue. That's a hint for what my first meal is. So, first meal, it's actually like 1 p.m., which is really late for me. I don't usually eat this late, but as somebody that eats intuitively, I was not very hungry. Went to the gym, got a lot of work done, and finally felt hungry at like 1. So I made breakfast now. I'm gonna have a couple pancakes. I use the paleo pancake mix because I can't have gluten or dairy, so I love that like I know I can eat it, and all you need is water, so it takes 2 seconds to make. And I always put almond butter and jelly on my pancakes, I don't know why, and a little sprinkling of walnuts. And then I also made a nice smoothie. It's this beautiful blue color. I have extra in my blender for when I'm done with this. And the ingredients in that are just kale, frozen blueberries, and then I use a scoop of the clean vegan protein from EnoSups. I'm an EnoSups athlete, so I can drop the code for you guys in the caption if you want to shop any of their stuff. I love their clean vegan protein, and this is the blueberry crumble flavor, so it matches the blueberries in the smoothie, and it tastes really good together. I also make my smoothies so thick that I need to eat them with a spoon because I love like the texture of like a thick smoothie. So that's really good. I'm gonna eat this. And then I will check in with you guys when I eat again. But that's my first meal. Pancakes and a smoothie. Delish. Hi guys, it's 4:10 p.m. I just finished with my last meeting and I'm eating a cookie and I wanted to tell you about it. So it's literally like a brick, this cookie. It's a giant brick, but it's like from this cute little cafe in New York called 7 Grams Cafe. And they ship their cookies like nationwide. And so my mom ordered me and Ben some cookies, which was legendary of her. Shout out to you, Mom. And they come in the mail, and then you can bake them. You can like eat them how they are. You can freeze them and bake them later. I'm too lazy, so I don't bake them. I just eat them as they are. But there's like a gluten-free vegan one, so it's gluten-free, dairy-free. I check the ingredients, and it's like all good for me to eat. So I've been kind of like eating them over the course of the past week, and they're so good. So I'm just gonna finish eating this. I don't know if I'm gonna eat anything else, but I'll let you know if I do. time for dinner. So there's still chicken sizzling in the background. I also love that I'm literally always in the same spot because this is where I eat all the time. So I have a big plate of broccolini, and then I also have some chicken thigh, a little bit of chicken breast, and then I have some brown like wild rice underneath all of that. And that's gonna be dinner. If I get hungry after this, it's only 6 p.m. I'm gonna eat this for right now, and then see how I feel later, and if I want something else. Hi guys. I look like a thumb. It's 9 p.m. I just finished working for the day. I'm hungry again. So let's eat something. All right, so I took a scoop of my Enosups protein, same flavor from earlier, blueberry crumble, because it's my favorite. And I added some water, and I made sort of like a protein pudding. And then I'm gonna put some dried cranberries in there for a little bit of chewiness. I like the texture. I'm gonna put some frozen blueberries in there for a little bit of, I don't know, coldness. And I'm also going to add some chopped walnuts for a little bit of crunch. And that will be my evening snack. First of all, I need to get groceries. I literally have no food in the house, so that's why I've eaten protein powder twice today, which I like never do, but you gotta make do. In the deep phases of my eating disorder, and honestly, I've had like 2 active eating disorders, and then I've also just struggled with disordered eating for like 10 years in between those eating disorders. A big thing for me was not eating past a certain point at night. And I would lie in bed ravenous, so hungry, but I wouldn't let myself go eat. Because in my head, I was like, I need to fall asleep hungry. That means I did a good job today. So like a big moment of growth for me in my eating disorder was when I started to allow myself to eat after like 7 p.m. And I remember just sitting in bed and telling Ben like, I'm really hungry, like I really want something. And he'd be like, let's go out and make a snack. And we'd go out and make a snack at like 10 p.m. And now I pretty much always eat a snack at 9 or 10 p.m. It has gone from being something that terrified me to something that I do every single day without fail. And it's actually part of my routine that I love very much. So yeah, this will probably be the last thing I eat for the day. But I'll check in with you guys tomorrow to show you what I eat then. I have literally like 5 minutes in between meetings and I'm so hungry. It's like 11 a.m. And I have no time to make food, but I have like a bunch of random leftovers and groceries are being delivered at like 1 p.m. I think I'm also gonna be on a meeting when the groceries are delivered, which is stressful, but I have some squash, I have some rice, I have some broccoli, just very random things that I've cooked in the last couple of days. So I think I'm literally just going to, hold on, let me show you. I think I'm literally just gonna eat this while I'm on this meeting. Today's been one of those work days where I woke up at 7, started working, worked till 10 last night, woke up at 7, started working, and have been on meetings and haven't been able to eat anything. So I'm a little bit loopy right now, I think because I've had too much caffeine. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna snack on this with my video off during this meeting. And then I will check in with you guys when I make like a real sustainable, substantial meal. I went to go make an apple and peanut butter and I cut out my apple and sister is rotting in the middle. But like, I don't really have anything else to eat and I'm hungry and groceries aren't gonna be here for a few hours. So if I'm being honest, I'm just gonna cut apart the apple, the pieces that are not rotting yet, and eat them. I don't know if that's like really disgusting, but I have like half of a good apple here. You know, like we're good. I still have solid apple that hasn't been ravaged by the rot. One of my favorite companies, and I work with them a lot on Instagram, is Abby's Better. She makes the best nut butters. They have so many good flavors and they're like so delicious. There's a pecan date nut butter. It's unreal. I don't have any right now, but she sent me these really nice little packets that are like Go Squeeze packets basically. So it's just, you just kind of have to knead them to mix in like the solids with the fats and stuff. And then you can literally just squeeze it and drizzle it right on your apple. So convenient. Great for busy work days when I just don't even have time because I need to scarf this down and then I really need to go to the bathroom in between my meetings. I am sorry, A, for this energy, and B, because I feel like when people want like a full week of eating or like a full day of eating, they expect like glamorous meals, you know? I'm out here eating day-old cold broccoli, an apple and almond butter, and some rice. I have no food in the house, and I'm freaking busy. So I'm sorry if you were expecting just like a gourmet masterpiece, but that's not me. Hi guys, I'm home from the gym. It is 5:45 and I'm ready for some dinner. I'm very hungry. Groceries arrived at like, I don't know, 2 today, 2:45. I got some chicken tendies, little like chicken, you know, tenderloins. And sorry, I keep moving the tripod, but I need to figure out where I'm gonna put the air fryer. I'm gonna air fry them and make like little crispy chicken tenders. So I get these like, they're tenderloin sized, so they're small, pretty much the size of like a chicken tender. And then what I typically do is just spray them in a little bit of avocado oil and then just put them inside of the air fryer with some like salt and pepper. Sometimes I use like a buffalo seasoning just for a little extra kick. And honestly, that's it. It's like very easy. And then I just typically do them at like 400 for like 15 minutes so they get nice and crispy. I have a theory. I'll share my theory with you. I believe that in every relationship, there is the chaos cook, like the person that wants to use every single plate, bowl, appliance, and utensil that you own. They want to use all of it every single time they cook. And then there's the other person, me, who wants to try to cook everything in one bowl or one pan. Like I literally will I'll mix things in the same pan that I'm cooking them in. And then I will serve them out of the same pan. Like I try not to dirty more than one thing. Honestly, while I'm cooking, I'm gonna eat something because I'm really hungry and I'm like really impatient. And I have those freaking cookies that my mom got me. So I'm gonna eat one of these gluten-free vegan cookies while I cook. Just a reminder that like, you can eat dessert whenever you want. If you wanna eat it before dinner, that's fine. If you wanna eat it while you're cooking dinner, that's fine. Do what feels good for you, baby. I wanted to talk about my salad that I made. So I took romaine lettuce and then I also took cabbage and sliced them up really thin. Let me show you at the camera. Slice them up really thin. And then what I do for dressing is coconut aminos, a little bit of sesame oil, and my favorite hot sauce, which is this one. It's the Ninja Squirrel Coconut Sriracha. It is so good. So this, coconut aminos, and sesame oil, and that's it for the dressing. And it's sort of like, I would say it's kind of like a spicy Asian inspired vinaigrette. The coconut aminos kind of taste like soy sauce. Sesame oil really gives it that like, I don't know, toasty flavor. It's really good together. And it's just 3 ingredients. It takes like 2 seconds. So I literally just drizzle them all on and then I use my hands to massage them in to get the cabbage a little bit soft. All right, it's dark, sorry. I'm moving from room to room. I'm on the go. There we go. So dinner is ready. I ended up, I think I'm gonna keep the chicken separate because I kind of want to dip it in ketchup like chicken tenders, you know? Chicken tenders. But it comes out so good. Like it's pretty, gets a nice crisp on it. The spices are really good. Add a little bit of ketchup. Have yourself a good old time. So that plus the salad, plus the cookie that I ate while I was cooking dinner will probably be like dinner. I know that's not enough to hold me over for the rest of the night by any means, but I already prepared my favorite late night snack. I'm getting ketchup out of the fridge right now. I already prepared my favorite late night snack, which is grapes, but I freeze grapes because I love them when they're frozen. But for now, I'm just gonna sit here, eat my salad, eat my chicken tenders, and watch some YouTube before I get back to work. It's 11 p.m. I have my heatless curls in. This is the first time I'm trying them. I'm curious to see if they work for my hair type because I have naturally like very wavy curly hair, or if they'll just be like too much going on, but we'll see in the morning. But I'm hungry. It's very weird, but frozen blueberries with almond milk poured on top, and I always add the dried cranberries for a little bit of crunch, and I topped it with a little bit of honey. Sort of, my friend Sarah on Instagram told me about it. It's sort of like, I don't know, frozen blueberries with the almond milk is so good, and then the honey. That's it. Good night. Hi guys, good morning. Good morning. It's 7:30. Just tidied up the kitchen. I have my little espresso drink that I make every day. And there's a little bit of creamer in it. As you can tell, I did not sleep with the heatless curls thing in last night. I was trying to. It was laying there and I was like, this is not comfortable. And I was just so grumpy because I was so sleepy that I just like ripped it out of my head in like an anger fugue state. It was just like, I can't get out of bed. Just like ripped it out of my head, threw it on the floor and passed out. I remember watching intuitive eating videos when I wanted to be an intuitive eater, and I was like so just trying to recover from my eating disorder, but it was really hard. And I remember watching videos and being like, how? Like, how can somebody just do that and not feel any guilt? And I think, first of all, I did feel guilt for a while. Like, I think it takes a little while to build a new muscle and to teach your brain that you can eat this way and it's gonna be okay. I think that took a little bit of time. Like, it wasn't just flipping a switch and being like, all right, today I'm an intuitive eater. And like, I eat when I want, like, and what I crave. It wasn't. And I think also, I kind of, in the past when recovering from my eating disorders, after being really heavily restricting, I would swing the other way. I would just sort of not think of like what might make my body feel good when it came to food. So now I try hard to just sort of slow down and be like, all right, I'm hungry. I did just have a workout, so I do need some protein. I should have some like carbs to replenish my glycogen stores. Like, I try to think a little bit more logically. It's not just like, what out of everything in the world do I want? That's why I call it like mindful intuitive eating, because I am thinking a little bit about what I should be eating. And I think it just took a lot of patience and practice. Like, I would just sort of challenge myself. If something made me feel guilty, I would do it. My SD card was full, so I had to clear that up. But anyways, what I was saying about cereal is that for me, it just helped to start small, and it helps to start small, like with intuitive eating in general. So for me, like, if food scared me, but I knew I really wanted it, and I knew rationally, like, there was no reason to be afraid of that food, I would just use smaller vessels for a little while and just have like this much cereal until that wasn't scary anymore. And then I would have a full bowl of cereal. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, I will refill my bowl of cereal like 3 times if I'm still hungry, and it's fine. The same with like cookies or baked goods. Like, sometimes I would just have like half if that didn't scare me. This might not work for everybody, but this was just sort of how I would like ease myself into scary situations. And then I would just realize like nothing's happening. My body isn't changing. Nothing bad is happening. Hi guys, I have a meeting in 1 minute. I'm running late, but I made some eggs with some toast with some jelly. 2 scrambled eggs, toast, jelly, very quick and easy. It's like 9:45, so this will hold me over for a little bit, and then I'll make something else, but Ben's on a call. Bye. I just got off of meetings. It's like 4:20, 4:15 p.m. And I was on like back-to-back-to-backs, and at one point during my meetings, I just like turned video off and got one of my cookies from the fridge that my mom sent me. I've been eating them in every single video, so I feel like in every single clip of this video. So I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about. But I ran and grabbed one of those cookies and ate it during a meeting. So needless to say, I'm hungry because all I've had is toast and eggs and a cookie. But I made myself this like really good stir fry. It's like ground beef with veggies, and then I put in some like taco seasoning and then some coconut aminos. And then I also have a nice big sweet potato here with some ketchup. So good combination of fats, carbs, veggies, all the goodness. So I'm gonna eat this and just turn my brain off and watch TikTok for a little while. But that's it for now. I will check in with you guys the next time I eat something. My hair is getting in my salad. Yum. I can't lie, morale is really low right now. I really don't want to be negative or just like bring the morale down for those watching, but today has just been one of those days where I'm not feeling very happy right now. I'm just kind of feeling melancholy and a little bit sad and just a little bit stressed out and anxious and just not very good. It's been a long day. I'm kind of having some like health stuff going on with my like GI health, and then with some like maybe undiagnosed. I'll explain more later if I can get a real diagnosis. I just don't want to like spiral until I know what it is, you know? It's not terrible. It's just like I want to figure it out, but trying to schedule those appointments today is just like so maddening because seeing a specialist requires a referral, and then in order to get a referral you have to meet with your primary care doctor, and they usually order like labs and blood work and like, you know, all sorts of tests, x-rays, like stool samples, all these things before you can even get the referral. And if you're like in pain or uncomfortable, you just want to see the specialist like as soon as possible. So I'm just feeling a bit like morale is low right now. But that being said, I'm hungry again. It's like 7:45 and I was really craving that salad that I made last night with that dressing. So I made the exact same thing. I just did lettuce. I did a bunch of veggies. I usually take the fruit peeler and peel the carrots like long and skinny into the salad because I like the texture. And then I did the same dressing, coconut aminos, sesame oil, and that hot sauce that I love. And that's it for the dressing. So I'll probably munch on this. I'm not sure what else I'll eat tonight, so this might be goodbye for Wednesday, but we'll see. Not 100% sure yet. I might make a cup of tea. But that's it. Hi guys, happy Thursday, good morning. I think you saw in the first clip, I made my coffee and I sat down on the couch and I pulled my tarot card, which I haven't done in the morning in like a week and a half. I have not been following through with that mindfulness practice, and it literally changes my day. Like it sets the tone for my day. Like others might meditate or like go on a walk or something, that like anchors me. And I pulled such an interesting card. I've just been feeling like I'm so overwhelmed and stressed and anxious and sad, and like there's just so many things crashing on me at once right now. And the card was basically like, it was the 5 of Cups, which is just all about like wallowing, kind of like wallowing in self-pity, wallowing in negative emotions, and not making the changes you need to get yourself out of that situation, but instead just sort of wallowing in it. I don't know if any of you guys are into the Enneagram, but I'm a type 4. I'm a 4-wing 3. And 4s are notorious for just like hanging out in their negative feelings for too long. Like, it's like we're just like, oh, what with me? I'm with so many feelings, like, oh no. That's like so type 4. So between that and then just like pulling this card and just feeling like that makes so much sense for how I'm feeling right now. I don't know. I just woke up and I was like, okay, that was sort of the kick in the ass that I needed to be like, make some changes, prioritize yourself more. I've been working like 12 to 14 hour days for the past 3 weeks, and I'm literally doing it to myself. Nobody else is doing it to me, so I can change that. And I think just like reminding myself that I'm grateful, like everything that I'm working on, I'm really grateful for. So it's not like it's bad things, like, and I'm in a really, really lucky, wonderful situation with my life, and I just need to focus on that. So it was a swift kick in the butt today, but it felt really nice. So I'm eating my breakfast. So I just did gluten-free toast, and then 2 scrambled eggs, and I always put tahini and salt in my eggs, and they're so good, so I'm gonna eat that on the toast. And then I might have I have like an orange that I need to eat. I might have like an apple. I don't know, I just might have some fruit too. We'll see. Make another coffee. But cheers to this toast. Love toast. So much. So good. Making some lunch, a little break between meetings, and I'm gonna microwave a sweet potato and make a salad. But while I'm waiting, I'm just gonna snack on one of these like nut butter packets. I always just cut them and then just eat them like this while I wait because I'm so hungry. I love peanut butter so much. So here's what I've come up with for lunch. I made a big salad and it has romaine, and then I put canned salmon, which is like one of my favorite ways to get like quick protein if I don't want to cook anything. I just use canned salmon and canned tuna and just strain all the water out of the can, squeeze like all the moisture out, throw it in the salad, and then I put bell peppers on top, and I did a dressing with honey mustard, coconut aminos, and a little bit of hot honey. Very simple salad, but it's like my easiest hack for like quick protein. I try not to do it all that often though because of mercury, so try not to have it like more than once or so a week. And then I need more carbs than that, obviously, so I have a big old sweet potato, and then I wasn't able to fit all the bell pepper in the salad, so I'll just munch on that on the side, and I'll dip my sweet potato in ketchup. Lunch. I'm excited.
I'm so hungry, I'm gonna die.
Anyways, it's dinner time. I just got back from the gym. I had a medium workout, mediocre. Mediocre is how I would describe it, but that's okay. While I was cooking, I was snacking on the rest of my sweet potato. The sweet potato that I made earlier was literally this big. It was like the size of a human brain. And so I only ate like half of it earlier, and then I put the rest in the fridge. And then while I was cooking, I was snacking on that other half. And then for dinner, I have some chicken that I cooked in the air fryer like I usually do. Hello, there we go. And then I have some green beans, some spinach, and I always saute my green beans in coconut aminos. I feel like the theme of this week of eats is coconut aminos, gluten-free vegan chocolate chip cookies, and sweet potato. I feel like I've eaten that pretty much every single day, some variation of those things. But I always saute my green beans in some avocado oil with coconut aminos, and then I saute my spinach in avocado oil, and I do a little bit of salt. So I'm gonna have this, very excited. I'm gonna watch some YouTube while I eat, and I'll check in with you guys for dessert. Happy Friday. Good morning. We made it. What the heck is this hair doing? Hello? I look haggard. I'm gonna make eggs and toast like I have, I think, literally every day this week, because it's one of my favorite breakfasts. I was gonna make scrambled eggs, but I just cracked the eggs. I'm usually really lazy when I scramble eggs, and I just scramble them in the pan like as they're cooking. But I just cracked the eggs in, and they look so good that I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have fried eggs. So, new plan, fried eggs, toast. Ben and I have been thinking about getting like a Breville, like a true like espresso maker that grinds the beans in the top, and then you just pull your shots. Because I feel like we drink so much espresso, and the espresso is nice, but the pods are extremely wasteful. The egg, the yolk, oozy. I feel like once you bite into a fried egg on toast, it's literally a race against the clock. Like, you've got to eat that fast because it's dripping everywhere. And if you're like me, you don't want to waste any of the precious yolk, so you're like going fast. I need to like be by myself with this toast. Hello, I'm back from the gym. Sorry, that light threw me off. Look like I have no hair. So I have this chorizo seasoning from Siete. It's meant to go, I believe, obviously on chorizo, but I figured it'd be really good on the chicken. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna put it all in a bowl and just kind of mix it together and then throw it in the air fryer so that it gets kind of like crispy with the spices on the outside. And then I might have some squash. I have this delicata squash, which is like one of my favorite squashes. So I might have that. I have a lot of broccoli. So I might steam some broccoli and put some like salt and pepper on that and have some squash and chicken. And that honestly sounds really good right now. So I'm gonna get cooking and I'll check in with you guys as she cooks. All right, all my food is in the oven and on the stove and doing what it needs to do. But I figured while we wait for everything to cook, we could have a little bit of like a debrief, just things I want people to keep in mind, like questions I get asked. I feel like I get asked a lot on Instagram and TikTok, like how I eat, like what my nutrition is, if I track my macros, what my macros are. I do still kind of try to eat, you know, mostly whole foods and like less processed things, because I don't think there's anything wrong with those foods. Like I don't want to create like a dialogue that's like those foods are bad and like whole health, you know, whole foods are like good. I guess the reason that like a lot of my eating disorders started were thinking that there were good foods and bad foods and I should never have any of the bad foods. But what I've realized is that like it's totally fine in moderation for me to have those things, to have processed foods like sweets, cakes, cookies, chips, fries, whatever. Like it's okay to have it all in moderation. For me, it's also just like I have a lot of gut issues. I have a lot of inflammation in my gut and in my body. And I have a couple of health issues that kind of, I have found that diet can really alleviate for me. Like I have found that I just have a lot more, I just feel a lot better. My gut feels better, my inflammation is lower, and some of the health issues that I struggle with just are not as like draining when I eat like that. And it might not be that way for everybody. Like there are people in this world, my sister has like a freaking gut of steel. She can eat anything and like doesn't have any side effects. Like, and I'm just not that person. So it's like I've kind of learned that if I want to just not be in pain and not be like also just putting myself at risk, because chronic inflammation is just really hard on your body and it's not good for you. That's kind of why I eat like mindfully. It's not to look a certain way. It's not to control my body or to be smaller or anything like that. It's literally just because it makes me and like my health as good as I can get it right now in my life. You can reach all of your fitness goals and all of your life goals without tracking or counting anything. Like if you like to track and it's working for you and it's not obsessive, like totally fine. I'm gonna go check on my broccoli because sister looks like she is boiling or something on the stove. So I gotta go check on that. Dinner's ready. I have my bowl of broccoli. I steamed it, so I always put, whenever I like steam broccoli, I put it in its own bowl because I hate when it gets like watery and then the chicken and everything gets all watery. I don't like that. So then I have my squash. I did the delicata squash and I put salt and pepper and tahini on it, and then I baked it for like 10 minutes at 400, and then I drizzle a little bit of hot honey on top. And then I have the chicken tenders that I made with the Siete chorizo seasoning, so they get really crispy on the outside and they have a lot of flavor. And then I have some ketchup, my digestive enzymes, and I'm gonna watch YouTube while I eat. And then Ben and I are gonna take Bean on a walk. Speaking of which, somebody wants a chicken nugget. Chicken nugget! Yay! Come here. He says hello. Oh, okay. So much love. We just got back from our walk and we're gonna sit and watch a movie or some TV. I have some candies. I have some M&Ms. Bean's intrigued. And I have some Rolos. So I'm gonna munch on these while we watch our movie. Probably make a cup of tea. Maybe eat some frozen grapes. Get a little wild. And I think that's gonna be it for the night. And probably it for this week of eating. I don't think I'll film tomorrow and Sunday just because I need to edit tomorrow. So I'll probably cut it off here. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them below and I will answer them. And I hope this just kind of not even gave you inspiration because I don't really eat interesting things, but just like, it's kind of like a real life when you're a busy working adult and you are hungry and you need quick food, but you also want to eat things that make your body feel good. So I don't know, but I love you all guys. I love you all guys. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. And I will talk to you later. Bye.